Okay. Hello there. Welcome to Music Scrap, the musical scrapper. A sunny, cool, and a bit windy afternoon here on the east coast of Canada. And I just did a short recording about our New Year's Eve streamathon. So check that out, please, if you're interested. If you're going to be home New Year's Eve and you need something to keep you entertained, we've got about between 20 and 24 hours of magical streaming on New Year's Eve. And now I mentioned the people who are streaming on the streamathon, but also part of our streaming group, even though they're not streaming on New Year's Eve, is Joycey, who is the Frugal Eclectic on Ustream. We also have Ozagrand Jen, who streams from, her stream is Scrap and Share, Scrap and then N Share on Ustream. She's not able to stream on New Year's Eve though, and Joycey either. Then we also have Cass Cathy, who streams on Ustream, and she's been MIA from Ustream for a little while she was moving and renovating homes. So hopefully she's going to be back to streaming very soon. She found her camera, so we're just waiting for her to come back to her streams on Tuesday. Oh, shoot. That was my keyboard that just fell on the floor. One moment. I'm still trying to get... I just stuck my finger in paint. Just one moment, please. Need to blow my nose just a moment. Hold on. I've got to get my... Just a minute. Got to put the arm of my chair down. So for those of you watching recording, this is recorded live on Ustream.tv, and I do not edit because it's going to be almost 3 hours, and that takes a long time, and it means I can't direct upload if I edit, so not happening. So just use your bar on the bottom to drag further if you want to skip sections of the stream. No big deal. Please excuse the snaz. Sniffle. Okay. I don't know. I haven't heard if Jen is streaming yet tonight. Yes, if we're lucky, Paula Journal Artista streams on and off. She's working extremely hard these days. Too many hours to have energy to stream for us, unfortunately. But who knows? We still wait and try to trick her head, Paula, when we can. All right, so let's move on to do some more prompts. Yes, this is supposed to be November, and I'm supposed to be on number 23 today, but I'm not. But it doesn't matter to me. I'm just doing them prompt by prompt, and whatever happens. So today's prompt, the prompt I'm doing today first is Zoom. So, oh, by the way, okay, so there's my poppies I did for Remember, which was prompt 11. Much better than my poppy turned out the last time I tried to make poppies. My Joy prompt. Let me put my... Now, my sister looked at this and said, the dock doesn't look right, Jean, and it doesn't. This part looks like it's going out into the ocean, but somehow I didn't get this part right. And I even showed her the original picture, which is this one. And even the original one, this part of the dock looks odd. When she looked at it, she goes, it looks like a pommel horse that she used to get up onto the swing. And I'm like, oh, thanks, Janet. Now all I see it as is a pommel horse when I look at it. I knew something was weird with the perspective, but anyway. See, my sister's an artist, too. An amazing artist. Like, her drawings are DD quality art. Like, she is incredible. She doesn't do it though because she's such a perfectionist it gets in her way. She won't even start because she's worried it's not going to be perfect, which kind of used to be me too, till I just decided that, hey, whatever I accomplish is my art, and I am practicing and getting better. Oh, there's my original poppy that looks a little bit flat. That was the first poppy that I tried to do, and the petals are, I didn't get my stroke direction to make the petals look like curved. I went straight, so I knew what I did wrong, but anyway, that's what it's all about. Learning, right? It's all about learning. All right. Hey, CB. I'm glad so many Americans could join us or at least drop in for a little bit. Oh, hi, Dar. Didn't say hi to Dar. Missed you coming in. So great to have you all. So today's, and after all that, we finally can get to today's prompt. I know it should be Joan, but my poor sister, I'm trying. 3 years ago at Christmas, I gave her an art journal and hoping she would start back at it or do something with it. So maybe she will. I'll try. I'm taking my watercolor stuff home at Christmas. When I go home at Christmas, I'm taking this journal and my watercolors, my M. Graham watercolors. Maybe I can get her into some watercoloring with me. Anyway, so Zoom is today's prompt, and so this is the reference photo that I came up with for Zoom. How cool is that? So this is London Bridge, and the moon zoomed in. So that's how that fits my reference. So and I am going to tape off. Where is my tape? Right here. I'm going to tape off because I don't want to turn my journal and do it this way in the journal. And it's portrait. It's almost square. And but it's portrait. So I am going to tape off. Actually, I'm going to take a piece, just a moment. I'm going to take a piece of cardstock. Oh, I only need 1G. And I'm going to rip it in half. Ruler, because I'm too lazy to get my trimmer out. Okay. Gosh darn it. All right, knocking stuff all over the place. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to get it somewhat to at least a little bit straight here. Oh, for heaven's sakes! What is wrong with me here? Okay. Alrighty. Alright, let's put it across here first. Oh, for goodness sakes. Ugh. See, my perfectionism still happens. No matter how hard I try to make it not happen. Ugh. But I want a straight line framing my picture here. Or as straight as I can get it. There we go. All right. I know. I'm being persnickety. All right. Okie dokie, so all right. So I'm going to spritz my paints. I'm going to need ultramarine. I'm going to need burnt sienna. I'm going to need, I think that's all I'm going to need. All right. So this is going to be basically a two-color painting. All right, so I need to draw in a few things here. All right. Oh, grabbed the wrong item. So I'm just using a mechanical pencil here. Oh, true, Debbie. That would be good. Good idea, Debbie, to do a soft blend on the outsides to kind of make it a... Okay. So, we have just off center, we have the tower of London Bridge. I don't even know if I did. Hold on. First of all, it's a little dark. Second of all, I'm not sure it's even straight. So let's try these two again. Because even using a ruler, I didn't get straight lines. Only I can draw a crooked line with a ruler. Because I didn't get my T-square down to the bottom there of the... right onto the page. There we go. A little bit of a lighter touch. Oh, actually, it's the other way around. This one's a little bit wider, so I'm going to move it over just a little bit. Alright, I'm going to take some of that color off as well. Now this part up here, moves off. And then there's the okay, now to kind of get the I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold my pencil here and I'm going to swoop down like this and then go across. And I did it. And then this one starts just here and it scoops down like that. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm drawing here or not. Can you see my pencil? Oh yeah, you guys can see my pencil. All right, bye, Dr. Dot. See you. Yep. CB's typos are almost as good as mine. All right, now I think I'm going to have to use, I don't think, I know I'm going to have to use masking fluid for the uprights and for the bracing. So, I have to get my masking fluid ready to go here. Hey Phyllis, welcome, welcome. Phyllis always joins us in the background. She sits and watches or arts while she listens, but doesn't always chat, which is fine. So if any of you guys want to join and you don't want to chat, you can either not sign in or you can just sign in and sit in the background. If I was doing art journals right now, I might save this and use it on a page, but right now I'm not. So I'm not going to save it because I'm trying not to save stuff I'm not going to use, so that I don't have as much to clean up or throw out if or when I get myself into assisted living. No further news on that, so it's still just a waiting game. Excuse me, need to bang to get, because I don't know where my gripper went. I had a gripper right in my drawer until I cleaned up. Excuse me, he bang bang, whack. All right, now I'm gonna have to get rid of bubbles because I had to bang it. But anyway. Try and blow out the bubbles. So I'm going to have to use my brush, a ruler. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. And I'm going to use my straight where'd it go? Oh, there it is. My flat clay. This is a clay shaper, I guess they're called. Uh-oh, this one's going to need the ferrules. It's moving on me, which is really odd because I don't have these in water or anything ever. Okay, CB. All right. Here we go. I don't know if I can get these done thin enough, but we shall see. still tries to blob on. I don't know how you're supposed to get... Let me try something. I've got... I wonder if this will work any better. Got a skewer here. Let's see if this will work and get a better straighter line here. Actually, I should start over here. All right, that worked. Oh, I didn't go all the way up here. Dang it. Alright, I know, the boring part, but it's either this or try to scratch out the white parts after, which would be very tricky. So, alright, now I'm going to switch to my craft thingy here, and I am going to fill in this whole part here, and I can add the dark after. Okay, just a minute, I need to... Sorry, I had a clump of masking fluid there. I think I've lulled my viewers to sleep already. They're not chatting. Of course, nothing exciting is going on, so... So this is being recorded on the U.S. Thanksgiving Thursday, November 23rd, 2017. Tomorrow is a month. Christmas Eve. Woohoo. Alright, next I need to fix up the points of the tower here. I don't know why I put my ruler away. I still need it. Uh-oh, sorry. Messed up my drawing here. Okay, so now I need to Darn it. Put that in the wrong spot. I have to wait for it to dry and then peel it off. Okay, so now I just need the moon. So, for the moon, this is dry enough to not mess it up. That's a little too big. I need something that's circular but not quite that big. Let's see. Bigger than that. What about the outside of this? Should work perfectly, I think. Yeah. Ooh, Debbie's working on a collage. Joan is watching me. Okay. Cool. No worries. I'm just... Excuse me. Need a drink. Alright, now I'm going to use my larger... slightly larger what did I do with my other one? There it is. That one away so I don't lose it. I want the very edge of my moon is going to be white, so I am going to mask it off. So it doesn't get messed up. Sorry, I'm going to turn my picture around here so I can see the line better here. I don't care if the inside of this line is not straight, but I do want a nice, as perfect a circle here as I can get where the glow of the moon is still going to be white. This is just an extra security. I'm going to do my sky as wet on wet, so I won't be wetting the moon, but this is just an extra security measure for this part of the moon. have to be careful. If you go over the masking fluid, you'll pull it up. So you want to just put it down and leave it to dry. There we go. All right. Now, just to wait a few minutes for that to dry enough so that I can start. Should I mask off that part or not? I might be able to. I think I can do that with a brush. That part. Okay. Alright, just a couple of things to add in with my pencil here. It's got an extra little square building there. And I actually have to take this part off. See, before I paint, I went too far with my, darn it, didn't mean to pull it that far. So I have to add that back in again. Luckily, I still have some masking fluid here. And this is in the wrong spot, so I'm going to take that off. So that's how you fix errors if you put masking fluid somewhere where you don't want or it doesn't turn out the shape you want. Let it dry and then you peel it off before you start painting, and that'll take care of it. So we just have to wait for that moon to dry, and then we're ready to go. Both of these are kind of at an angle, which is very interesting. There we go. So we've got windows here and here. trying to make it somewhat authentic here. At least so people can recognize it as the London Bridge. Haha, Joan. Ah, neat. Jillian is crocheting a kangaroo and getting dressed. That's quite the multitasking, Jillian. All right, so I think I'm ready. I just want to make sure. See if this is dry enough yet. Not quite. It's still a little sticky. So I'm going to move my masking fluid over here to my spot to let it dry. There we go. All right, so while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to mix my paints here. Take the masking fluid off my skewer there. I need to get some toothpicks to keep in here because toothpicks are great for masking fluid, especially for, you know, stars in the sky or whatever. So, all right, let's get some paint mixed here. Let's get a palette. Like I said, basically a two-color painting. Ultramarine and sepia. And of course, darken the ultramarine using, sepia. I don't know why I said sepia. Burnt umber. No. Ugh. Forget what I just said. Ultramarine and burnt sienna. Jeez Louise. So I'm going to need two colors of blue, maybe even more, but I'm going to mix up two colors of blue. I'm going to mix up just the ultramarine. And then I'm going to mix up ultramarine mixed with burnt sienna to darken it. I'm just going to, don't want to use too much in the beginning, so I want it darker, but I don't want it to be brown, so I'm going to check it on a piece of alright, so we have a nice deep ultramarine, neutralized blue, more of a blue-gray, and we can make it even darker by adding more burnt sienna, but for now I just need it that dark. I will darken it later. And then there's some sienna, burnt sienna, that I'm going to use for the castle wall, or the upright of the. Then I also need some burnt sienna that has just a little bit of ultramarine in it, so it's opposite from the other. I want it to stay brown, but I want it to be dark. It's for my dark side of the upright. So we'll get my burnt sienna going. And this time we're just going to add a little bit of ultramarine. So I'm going to take some, run a little bit down into it. And let's make sure that has stayed brown, but darker. There we go. So a darker version of our burnt sienna. All right. So we should be ready to go here. Yeah. I believe we're ready to go. All right. All right, I need to pick up my book here so I can watch the water line here. Make sure I don't miss any spots. All right, so I'm going to start off with the ultramarine alone. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that likes to move, doesn't it? I'm going to do the moon separate. So need a bit paper towel here. Oh no. messed up a little bit there. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to dry that. Hold on. I messed up just a little bit here. I have to fix a error. See if I can get this line straightened up again. Eek. I forgot I didn't rinse that after I went over my line. Goodness gracious. Well, that's not going to work. Let's try that again. Should be able to fix it because this side of the tower is going to be the darker sienna anyway. So I should be able to fix it and make it straighter. Alright, heat gun. Oh, where to put it? There it is. Alright. Alright, I'm going to do wet and wet again with my next layer. So I'm wetting what I had already wet. Yet again. Because I want a nice smooth transitions here. So that's why I'm re-wetting what I already had wet. Instead of trying a glaze. For me, it's just easier to get nice smooth transitions when you do wet into wet. Picking up where there's puddles of water because you just want it damp. All right. So now I'm going in with my darker mix that has the burnt sienna in with the All right. All right. All right, heat gun. I still need to do a little bit more dark on this side and under the bridge here, so it's going to need another layer. And I know you're supposed to, they say not to heat set, whatchamacallit, masking fluid, but I have had no problem. I mean, I don't keep the heat gun on it, you know, but I have no trouble, I've had no trouble getting off. I really, really like this, it's Incredible White Mask Liquid Frisket by Grafix, Grafix, and I just added a little bit of alizarin crimson paint into it to turn it pink. So it's easier for me to see putting it down, and once it's down, it's easier for me to see and keep it separate from the white of the paper. Hi, Stevie. Yeah, but the only time I'm quiet is when I'm watercoloring. Ugh, my voice is still a mess. All right. Let's get some more black dark going on here. All right, where's the brush I need? Where did I put it? Here it is. All right. Actually, I think I need the next one up. Nah, I use this one. All right, so this one I'm not going to do wet on wet. This one I am going to go right in. This needs some more. This needs to be darker. So I'm going to add some water, then I'm going to add some more ultramarine and some burnt sienna. Now I'm just going to make sure it looks a little brown in my, it's hard to tell in there though, so you've got to do it on paper. All right, so it's a little wee bit too much burnt sienna. So it's black. So I'm just going to add a touch. I've got a little bit here, so I'm just going to add a little wee bit. See if I lighten it up enough. If I got it blue enough yet. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty good, I think, with what I've already got down. So let's get going with this. Let's turn it around so I go into the correct for heaven's sakes, Jean. Once again, I'm not thinking about what I'm doing. All right. Now I think I need to add this needs a little more depth here. Of course, too much. Now, the blue looks a lot darker on screen than it does in real life. Fair amount darker. But anyway, it's all good. Bye, Julian! I know, you're not supposed to go in and fix watercolor. Probably going to end up with a bloom there now, but oh well. Never learn. I never learn. Alright. Alright, so now it is time to do our castle here. First layer anyway. So I'm going to start with just the burnt sienna. Okay, I see where I made an error in the shape here, so I'm going to get my scrubber brush and see if I can take out some of that color. Right here, the base is wider, and I did not leave a space there. I didn't notice that when I first drew it, so I'm going to take my scrubber brush, which is just a old hog hair oil paint brush, and I can scrub enough of that color out. Not rubbing too hard. I don't want to mess up the watercolor paper too much. There. Now I can put in the brown. Or I should say my burnt sienna. And I did scrub the paper a little too much. I have some fibers, but I'm just going to rub those off with my... There we go. Well, it's London Bridge, so I guess you could say it's magical in its own way. All right. So now I need to heat gun that. Oops, heat gun. Now next I'm going to go in and do my darks, the windows, and some lines. Oh, you should see how dirty my dirty water is with all that ultramarine and burnt sienna in it. Okay. All right, let's see here. Okay. Now. Alright, so now I need my fine brush, my 000, and I'm going to go in with the dark I mixed, the dark brown that I mixed with which is the burnt sienna and ultramarine. Oh, I may need to make it even darker for the windows, don't I? So I'm going to take... I don't need this darkest blue anymore because I'm using a more medium. So I'm going to take some more burnt sienna, add it in here. Let's see. That should work. I want to make sure it's darker than my other one, so I'm going to test them side by side. Oops. Whichever one is darker, I will use for the, yeah, hopefully, because I don't want the side of the castle to be that dark, so hopefully, yeah, okay, good. Alrighty. Tower Bridge, it's called. Okay. Oh, good, Joan. So it does at least look enough like it, does it? That's good. I'm glad. Oh, I've got these totally shaped wrong. I don't know what the heck I was doing on this one. Anyway, whatever. Messed up. Messed up big time there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. Messed up. Yet again. Of course I did. Let me get my... This probably might be too early to use the scrubber, but... Yay, Debbie. All right. Now, oh, I didn't get that line straight. Eek. Not quite getting the shapes right here. Well, Debbie, no problem. Hopefully you can stream right after me. Do you want to stream right after me, or do you still have to have dinner, or did you have it already at lunchtime? There's supposed to be a post there that I left off right here in front of the tunnel, but, well, since I already left it off, I guess it's going to stay off. All right, so... I need to use my smaller one because I'm just not good enough with my larger brushes yet. Still working on that. Yeah, she's moving into her daughter's house until their house sells. I don't know if the plan is still to move to Tasmania or not after their house sells, but for now, they're going to be staying at Christie's until their house sells. So I can move to my next size up now, I think. Oh, no, I need. Hold on. So I'm still going to have to add another layer of dark to the windows, I think, so that they are more clearly defined as dark. Oh, come on, I know I just put you in there. Where'd you go? Ah. I know. I just put it in there. Oh, there it is. Hiding. Uh-oh. So we need to heat gun that. Oh, Janet's streaming, yay. Thanks, sir. Good, I have enough time to finish my moon here. All right, so I need to, this poor thing looks like it's bending a little bit. So I'm going to take my watercolor paper. So that's why. All right, so I need to scrub out just a little bit right down here to straighten up that line. Because I don't want the Leaning Tower of Pisa So I need this part under here a little darker. And I need this darker. And I need this darker. I think I need another layer on this side just to make it a little wee bit darker here. All right. Oh, hi, Jan. Hello, hello, hello. Nice to see you. Hey, Sophia. Hello, hello. Yes, you were right. I'm glad you recognize it. That means I'm not doing too bad a job, I guess. Essence of Tower Bridge. the prompt was zoom, so we've got a zoom in on the moon. So that's how this came about. Okay, so now I still need just a little bit more. I'm not going to, of course, paint in every brick or anything, but I do want to give a little bit more of a help with the shape here. And there's little balconies here that I'm not drawing in. Yeah, that's not going to happen. All right, so let's dry that. And I'll move on to the moon. To the moon, to the moon. Oh, Toronto. You want to talk about traffic jams? 8 million people in Metro Toronto. 401's bumper to bumper. Yeah. This needs another layer here. another layer right here because I forgot it the first time. So it needs to be a little bit more shadowy there. And this one as well. So once I take the masking fluid off, I'm going to have to fix that second one because I got some masking fluid on it where I didn't want it, but that's okay. That can work. All right. Moncton traffic's bad enough, but oh, Toronto, woo, man. I was glad I never had to drive through it. All right. I think we're good. All right, I think we're good. All right, let's do the moon. To the moon and back. To the moon and back. And I need some more mixed ultramarine mixed. And the well that I'm mixing ultramarine in has just a smidge of burnt sienna, and it will be enough to dull it down a little bit for us. So we don't want bright ultramarine. All right. So, first thing is I'm going to wet the moon. Okay. Luckily, the only time I was in New York City, we cabbed it or subwayed it. I think the worst we drove through, was when we were camping. We went to Pennsylvania, but we got off the I-95 long before Boston, so. But, yeah, I think Toronto's the worst we ever drove in when we were camping. So, all right. Oh, for heaven's sakes, stop it. Ah! I need another paper towel. So we're doing just a light wash first. Doing curved strokes. And then I'm going to go in while it's still wet and darken up this side. Uh-oh, got a hair or something there. I don't know what it's from. Oh, is it a hair of masking fluid, maybe? Uh-oh. I might need my tweezers. Where are my tweezers? Here they are. Uh-oh. What is it? I don't know, but it's kind of embedded into my paper now, whatever it is. Can't get it unstuck. Don't want to use my craft knife because I might scar the paper. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it. No idea what it is. It dried on me over here. Well, darn it all. It's all right. I'll wet my brush. Get that edge fixed up there. All right, because of this mess over here, it's not wet enough to do another layer right away, so I have to dry it first. Heat gun. Oh, nice. Oh, Sophia, how sweet. All right, another layer coming up. needed a little more of that mix. Dang it. All right. Hold on. All right, just a moment here. I have to answer a text. Oh, now we're talking about carving turkeys. Oops. Hold on. Something weird's happening with my... Just a moment. Oh. Well, it would help if my keyboard wasn't upside down, wouldn't it? Okay. I think it needs to be a little darker still on the dark side. So I'm going to go in with more dark here on the dark side and feather that out. So my niece Stacia started her job on Monday, her new job. She is working for a leasing company. It's actually owned by Sobeys, I believe. So she's working for a leasing company, and so she will be the lease document and something. Anyway, she'll be taking care of the documentation for leases and stuff. And speaking of Toronto, she is actually up in the Toronto area, in West Toronto, in Mississauga, right now, actually doing some training for her job. So she was excited to start her new job this week, so that's great. And then I'm going to go in with my paper here and really make sure that line is kind of faded in there. Okay. Now all I have to do is take the masking fluid off the moon and fix the edge. And then we're all done. I need to take off just, no, that darkest area is not seen at all. And see how the bridge looks. It might need a little bit of blue added to emphasize the white highlights, of course. Fix a few straight lines and a few crooked ones. Alright, so I think I'll fix the moon first. So that's the easiest job to do. Alright, so alright, and I've got my trying to get rid of the line that's formed around here because it has to be a soft line here. So just going back in with my brush and blotting out the harshness of that line. Oh, now how on earth did that happen? I think I did not finish drawing the moon in that section, so now it's bloomed on me. So I'm gonna have to fix that spot. And I have to fix the outside too because it's kind of messed up a little bit. All right, so I need to add a little bit of this back in here. Alright, so now I need my small detail brush, and I just need to go around and try to make this line somewhat straight here. So, Debbie, did you say yes that you were going to stream right after me, or no, you're not ready yet? Thanks, Joan. Thanks, Eileen. Okay. Oh, okay. Gonna have to put a little bit of white into this because I didn't keep enough of the. I didn't get enough, or I shouldn't say I didn't get enough. I didn't put any masking fluid on these bars here, and now they're like too dark to put the blue in, so I'm going to have to put in the white, I think. Definitely needed a toothpick instead of that skewer. The toothpick would have been better because it would have made even thinner lines there. That's okay. Alright, so I'm going to dry that and I'm going to go in with some white. Titanium white opaque is what I have. Oh, Debbie's still watching football and having her dinner, so she's not going to stream right after me. So, okay, I have a few minutes. My cousin and I are going out to St. Louis for half-price appetizers. So, we also have two for one wing coupons that we got when we donated to the Autism Society in October. When you give $5 to Autism Society, they gave us a coupon for 2 for 1 wings. So that's cool. All right. Now, white. All right. Make sure my brush is really clean for when I go into my white. And spritz my white here. I'm going to go in thick with the white, so I'm not going to add it into a palette. All right, so I'm going to do the same as when I drew the line in the first place. I'm going to hold my brush down and swoop in. My cousin is on the way, so I may have to finish the details later, but we'll see if I can get this done. So I'm putting it in there nice and thick. Alright, and so I just need to go in now with a little brown over here. There. C'est fini. C'est tout. Let's take off my tape here. And I think I'm going to leave that. I may paint this black instead of leaving it white. Oh, sorry, I'm a little off camera there. All right, everyone, my cousin is on her way to pick me up. There we go. Zoom. Oh, gosh, I didn't take off. One moment, please. Need to take the masking fluid off the... Oh, no, I messed that up when I did the moon. Ah, I may have to fix up that tower. Whatever. Alrighty. So thank you to everyone who came to my stream. See you all later.